Hey guys, I'm Dr. DRNOOBSAUCE, and today we're going to be talking about Russian pipes. Not just any Russian pipe, one of the most popular Russian pipes on the market today. And that pipe is the matte Pear. I am a big fan of the matte Pear. I do own actually 2 Russian pipes and a Polish pipe, so I would like to think I know what I'm talking about somewhat when it's coming on to the topic of a matte Pear. Now, I bought my hookah when I was in Chicago over from the guys Gregory and Dimitri, who are really awesome, by the way. They're the head of Hookah Distribution, and they have the whole game on lock for the US market when it comes to matte Pears. And if you buy a matte Pear from them, you're gonna get really good customer service. They'll talk to you about the product. You can reach them very easily. And I also think they are willing to replace any magnets or any small pieces that have gone awry over the over the course of actually using this product, which is pretty cool. Now, matte Pear was actually created by, well, the creator, Denis Shevchenko. I might be butchering that name because I'm not great with names, but that's his name. I think it's Shevchenko. I think that's how you say it.
I think so.
So matte Pear hookahs are actually made in Krasnodar, Russia, for all you people out there who really didn't know where they came from. Now, the matte Pear team is diligently working on a lot of new products, whether it be personalized mouthpieces or HMDs or even new colors for the matte Pear Simple. Like, I have a matte Pear Simple, as I'm showing you right here, and I have black. Pretty standard color, but they also have blue and red, which are a bit harder to find. So I would like to see different designs or different color schemes, and you know, just spice it up a little other than the just neutral black, blue, and red. So as you can see, we have a bunch of parts here. They don't come all separated like this. When you do get it, they will be in one piece. So this piece right here that we're going to be talking about is the Purge Valve. I like it for 2 reasons. It's pretty open, pretty easy to clean. If you need to get a little brush in there, you could. This is the bottom part, the bottom connector that will connect to the magnet part of the matte Pear. So it is threaded. It does come with a plastic ball, which is nice. You don't have to worry about any rusting like you would do with your traditional metal ball. So just throw that in there. It is threaded, like I said, so you can just basically screw that in together. Sometimes you will notice that some water does build up in the top part where these holes are. So you just gotta purge really hard, and that would be cleared out pretty quickly. There you go. So we're just gonna put that together there, and there you go. That's the piece for the purge. Alright, so this piece here we're going to start out with is the heart. I am going to show you all around it. This all the matte Pear symbols and the matte Pear Simple here is all laser engraved. As you can see, you actually feel the ridges. There is a video of it actually being laser engraved, which is pretty cool. Has the actual matte Pear logo on the back, and I think this is either the model number or the serial number for the actual hookah. So that's pretty nice. And as you can see here, this does show the designation that is a matte Pear Simple and not a classic. So there's that. What I wanted to show you really quick is that how modular everything is and how simple it is to break down. Right now you got 3 ports. 2 are magnetic, which you will see on the side. So these magnetic magnets, you're gonna get 2 of them that come with the matte Pear, and they're gonna go in the sides here. They should already be installed when you get the matte Pear. There's no reason for them to be out lying around, but what you do, you basically, I like to clean this down and break it down a lot. So basically what I'm gonna want to do is just take the magnet and just drop it in here, and sometimes it might get a little stuck if you're cleaning it. So if you unscrew everything and you're trying to clean it, the best way to do is just grab another metal piece of the matte Pear, and oh, that's not a good piece. Grab this piece here and the magnet will come right out. A little bit about the heart here from matte Pear. Now this is the heart. You saw me put the magnets in before. Now I want to talk about what it's actually made of. The inside here is made out of stainless steel, but the outside is made of Delrin polymerized plastic, which basically, if you don't know what it is just take intense heat and intense pressure and a really good formula for plastic and push it together, and this is what you get. So this would be a mold and everything else inside is stainless steel. I mean, not the two Matt Pear's, you know, horn or anything, but it was voted one of the best hookahs, if not the best hookah, at the 2006 John Calliano festival. And there's actually another one coming up, I think it's happening right now, in which they polled a lot of the people there, or they polled, I think, 2 months leading up to it, and a lot of people said that Matt Pear was their favorite Russian hookah. Right now we'll start the construction from the heart to everything else. First thing we will connect here before we get to the heart is this is the downstem. You have a stainless steel downstem, and what I like about the downstem is that, I don't know if you can see, let me zoom this in real quick. So the stainless steel downstem is gonna have 2 notches here, and you're gonna wonder why these 2 notches. Now, I don't know the exact meaning behind these 2 notches here, but what I use them for is water level. So when I fill up the hookah, I always make sure that the water level isn't any higher than the first notch. That's how I get the nice open pull that I enjoy so much. But if you go higher up to the second notch, you will start to get a restricted pull. So if you do like more of like a traditional style smoke and you don't like the openness of the hookah, you can you know, adjust to any way you like. So really quick, what we'll do is we got the diffuser here, which is standard diffuser. Also has a hole at the bottom, which is not very common when it comes to diffusers such as silicone diffusers or the plastic diffusers that you usually get here in the United States. They don't necessarily have this hole. So what it does, it adds for added airflow when you are pulling, so there's less restriction. Now, I don't know the measurements of the holes, but they are very uniform in their pattern. So what we do, you can also smoke the Matt Pear without the diffuser if you choose so, but I like to do it because it makes it nice and quiet, nice quiet pull. So we will screw that in, and that is basically your completed downstem with the diffuser on it. What we're gonna do really quick, we're gonna take the Matt Pear, we're gonna screw it with the downstem. Everything is threaded, everything's nice and neat. So this is one of the things I really like about the modular hookahs, is that everything comes apart. Yes, it has a lot of moving pieces, but so does a MIG, and it's very easy to clean, and it looks very good too. So now we will take the top part, which is the neck, or more commonly known as the upstem. You will take that and thread that right in there as well. Well, this is where the, I guess, the pizzazz or the color comes in. So you're gonna have a colored, I guess it would be called a sleeve. Now the sleeve is gonna go with the metal piece up because the metal piece is gonna support the tray. Now you can use it either way, but I would prefer you resting it because it gives it more of a support if the metal goes up top. So we're gonna slide that right over. And then you can see how everything is starting to come together. Now it is not connected. You can't screw anything in here. This is a very loose fitting. So when you are putting it together, be aware that even though it can stand on its own, it can fall over very easily. At this point, we're gonna put the tray on here. So we'll take it right on top. Now you're gonna have a little bit of space up there, right? You put the tray right on top. Now I got a couple issues with this design method because, as you see, you're not going to be able to take this tray off whenever you want. It's not going to be able to fit over the bowl. You can't just ash it whenever you want. It's now stuck. It's one piece, which is nice if you're carrying it, because look, now you have one piece. You can put it over your shoulder. You don't have to worry about it. There's been plenty of times when I've gone to maybe a friend's house, or I've traveled with this thing, and it's very easy to put in there, and you can just leave it and you know you have everything attached to it. So I like that, but at the same time we will talk about my gripes with this design. So as we're completing the Matt Pear, we're going to put the Purge in. Boom. As you see, there's only going to be 2 grommets on the whole of the Matt Pear. You're obviously going to have the grommet that goes to the base, and then obviously you can choose whatever grommet you want, to go on top here to hold whatever bowls you want. I would say if you're going to use a Dom bowl, use a mod grommet, which works very well. Especially, it even works very well with an alpaca bowl. So as you can hear that, it's very nice to be able to not worry about grommets when you're traveling and taking this hookah places. So having a magnetic port is very nice. Just make sure after every time you use it, you might want to, unscrew it and wipe it down just in case it gets any water in there, because that water will erode the magnets over time. They aren't, invincible or infinite in their power. Every matte pair is going to come with a soft touch silicone hose. You can always buy replacements from Sky Hookah Distribution, and you can buy them in different colors, which I think they also have blue, red, and black, which are the standard matte pair colors for now. It's not as, I guess, weak as you would get like an aviator hose, which you need a spring in order to support that soft touch silicone, because it's very thin. This is very thick, and as you can see, I'm gonna bend, and it's not until it gets really parallel and I put a lot of force on it that it will start to kink, and then automatically will go right back to its neutral position. So as far as soft touch silicones go, this is a very good hose that actually comes with it. Now what you're also going to get with the hose is a slim tip handle. Now some people might not like this style, but it works very well. It's not restricted. It has a good length too, so it adds a much needed distance to your hookah hose. Personally, I like a thicker handle, but that's just my preference. It doesn't take away from the overall performance of the hookah, which it still performs very well with this, and I've used this for a very long time. See that the handle actually tapers down here to the bottom, so that's just going to go on one side. I mean, this is very simple, no instructions needed, and then you're going to have this other piece that is going to go into the magnetic port. And as you can see, this has a longer piece here. You're going to tell that it's not a Purge or some other thing right away, and this is going to go right into the other side. Now everything's going to fit in very well. And say even if you don't want to use this hookah, you can take the handle and the piece off here that goes into the heart. You can take it off and put it on other silicone hoses. Now there is a con associated with this style for the matte pair, and I'll get into that shortly. So really quick, some pros that I really like. I love that you don't have to worry about the grommets, that the Russian matte pair hookah is moving away from grommets. It's magnetic. Magnets last much longer than your standard grommet will. Even if you use the magnet every day in contact with another magnet, it's still gonna have a far longer lifespan. I like the simplistic design. It's very easy to clean because of the modular design, which is, in my book, a home run. I started smoking on traditional hookahs, which was just one long pipe, and you had to get the huge brush. Those days are kind of over if you're going to choose to go with the matte pair. You can break it down. You can spend your time, if you're like one of those guys who meticulously clean every little ridge and groove. This is your hookah. You're going to be able to spend as long as you want shining this bad boy up. I got the matte pair simple. The matte pair classic has way more stainless steel, but if you want to basically compare the two, they are identical when it comes to smoking. Now as far as bases go, I also bought my base from Sky Hookah Distribution. Now they are the Disneyland of bases. They have every type of base that you're gonna want, and if they don't have it in stock, you can easily message Gregory or Dimitri, and they will try to get that in for you like ASAP, because the customer service is like through the roof. For my personal opinion, the matte pair can fit on a lot of different bases, but the base I found to be the most appealing and the best smoke for me was the Hookah Tree base. Now this one is like kind of like a iridescent color. It kind of reflects off the light here, which is pretty cool. It was one of those things where I saw it and I fell in love with that base right away. So I'm gonna recommend this base. If you are looking and you don't know, try this one out. The water level might be a little high here, but it does not affect the overall pull of the hookah. I know a lot of people want to talk about the purges for the hookah. I don't give a damn. I don't care about the purge. It's not something that's gonna make or break my buying decision. So you can always check out, I believe that DMZ did a review on it, and there's a couple other reviewers that will talk more in depth about the Purge. You're not gonna get that information from me here. Okay, this is the portion where I gave you the pros. I talked about the hookah being broken down, some different aspects of it. Now we have to talk about the cons, because there's no product on the market in my eyes that is, you know, the end all be all. Everything has a con, even if it's something that is a con only to you. And well, let's get into it. First thing I want to talk about is the tray. The tray design itself isn't necessarily a con, but the overall design, how it's built in, how you can't take it off. So say you're smoking and you're getting a lot of ash buildup, and you can't take the tray off around the head and then ash it and then put it back on, which in my opinion kind of sucks, because I can't put any other type of trays that I have. So I have a Urso tray here, which looks really nice, but it will not fit properly enough that I feel confident enough to put it on my matte Pear, which is kind of a bummer, because I really like the matte Pear a lot, and I would like to put different accessories on it. Because of this design where it screws into the top and you can't take the tray off, I think it is a hindrance to the ability to customize your hookah. And you know, that's one of the coolest things we like. We like to customize and put different pieces on, and as we go add and subtract pieces. So that is a big bummer. I would like to see, if possible, down the line, matte Pear, if you are listening, maybe make it this. I just dropped that on the floor. That's fantastic, and it's still alive. It's good. But I would like to see, matte Pear, if you could make a neck that can actually hold the tray. Like, as you see, it goes right through. It kind of sucks, sexual innuendos aside. It will not hold this tray. It will fall right through. So if we could just make this maybe another inch, you know, in the diameter, it could hold other trays, which would be really cool. You know, I don't think that's asking for too much. Come on, make it happen. Now, as much as I like the magnetic ports, and I will talk about the magnetic ports all day, there is a problem. You can't just use any hose when it comes to the matte Pear. You might have a non-washable hose that you really like a traditional style hose. And guess what? It's not gonna fit in here. There is no room in here to fit a traditional hose. It's not gonna happen. Now, yes, you can take off the magnetic connector and put it on to other silicone hoses, but that only applies to silicone hoses, which is kind of a bummer, because there are I have maybe 50 different hoses in my house, and I can only use maybe 10% of those hoses to smoke out of the matte Pear. I don't really know if that's a make it or break it, but if you are a person who has a really nice hose from a different manufacturer, I'm sadly gonna tell you that you're not gonna be able to use it with the matte Pear, most likely. The last con I have is the base grommet that comes with it. Now, it is good. It does provide a decent, good seal on the overall hookah, but as I'm gonna show you here, it's gonna go in, and you cannot pick up the hookah with this grommet. Now, I do have a grommet that is tighter seal for this, and you can actually pick up the hookah with it, but if you were to pick up the hookah by the neck, you would have this whole thing fall. So, and I know a lot of people, you see how it tilts a little bit here? Now, it is in all the way, but it will still tilt from side to side because it's not a really tight seal, but it won't affect your overall session. So it's not a big deal, but it is a little bit of a nitpick for me personally. That's it. Matte Pear review is done. So I'm gonna really quickly put this whole thing together, which is pretty cool because you can put this whole hookah together in relatively no time at all. If I can see where the grooves are in this thing, you know, boom, you put that there, hook this up here, boom, and you are ready to smoke. I really like the design of the matte Pear overall. I think it's definitely one of my favorite hookahs. This thing is a definite buy in my opinion. If you are going to be out at Hookah Expo Worldwide, I would say definitely check one of these things out. You know, see how it compares. If you're a Regal guy and you're on the fence about the whole matte Pear craze, you know, check it out. Even if you have a like smoke and you're like, well, I don't know too much about the matte Pear, I gotta try it before I buy it. In Las Vegas at the Hookah Expo, it will be a great time for you to check out this bad boy. Okay, that's it. Oh, wait. Oh! Really quick before I go, I wanted to say, yeah, that's right. We're going to be having an unofficial meetup at the Oasis Lounge that Saturday night. It's going to be on August 4th around 8 p.m. Time might change. I'm not too sure, but if it does change, I will make sure to update people before the expo starts. We're going to have so many people supporting us out there. You got Hookah John, you got Mason, Superior Cocoa, Phoenix, Sir Bentley, Heavenleaf, Hooked on Hookah, Alpha Comma Tobacco, my boys over at Sky Hookah Distribution, Azure. You know, you have Alpaca Hookah Company, some of my favorite bowls ever. Stone Hookah Bowls, I love them. I would like to really get my hands on one, you know, but I'm not that lucky. And of course, you have Mr. Derek Moses, and he has a unofficial logo here, which I love. I don't know if you can see. Let me get that in there. Oh, come on. There it is. Moses Hoses. That's awesome. But the Hookah Expo is going to be a good time. I'm going to go eat some food and relax and turn all the air on, so peace.